We've got a spare 30 minutes, so I'm happy to mime the whole set for you all. Sort of starts like this, and then you do that.
Well, this album is somewhat different to what we've done previously. Almost a extension of what we did with Terra Manifest.
Terra Manifest, we're writing to a story of a terrorist that's writing to the tarot cards, telling him what to do, how to follow his act, and then getting caught at the end and being the hanged man. Where this one is a war theme, which is it's all phases of war.
So I wrote the lyrics first. In fact, there are more lyrics than are currently on this album. There's enough for 2 albums. It's the first half of a continuous story. And then these guys wrote the music to it.
There's a song about 2 snipers who are in battle, they're about to do it, and their guns don't work. What the fuck do you do? Your job is to be a sniper, so you've got to go to hand-to-hand combat. So when we got the synopsis of Paul's lyrics, so we're reading through it, so I did a lot of visioning. I'm into Alice Cooper, if nobody knows. There's a story to the music, so I could hear riffs to what he was saying, or when I was reading parts, you know, like you hear the gun doesn't fire, so I'm visualising it in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, the guitar does that, and it's not working. And then it goes into a chaotic riff of like these 2 dudes are about to be in combat in the middle of nowhere, fighting for their lives with just their hands.
Once we settled on our lineup for live, there was always the ambition for us to write music together.
Okay. I imposed a little bit too because there was some musical inspirations for me behind the story as well, so I gave that to them too as a little bit of a reference point. In this case, it was the Second Symphony by Mahler, the first movement of it.
The other challenge he gave us was that he wanted us to use Mahler's Second Symphony as the basis. So Brett and I did a bit of listening for that, and we worked out the key, and we worked out some of the motifs and some of the melodies, and then we took that and started with Resurrection. So we wrote the songs in order.
So the more freedom we got to write, then mine and Steve's riffs started hitting really well. Jimmy's drums fit him as he's Steve's brother, so he's already got a feel for Steve, but he's getting more creative freedom because the drums aren't written.
I'm Jimmy. I'm Steve's younger brother. So yeah, I'm behind with the kit, mate, and grooving, trying to punch him with the boys and get some good feel happening with the riffs.
So when someone's hitting the drums, then you just know that he's feeling it. Like you know when to hit. You don't have to look. It's just bang, the way it should be. And Marty's just a seasoned player who just came in and fit perfectly with that big fat sound that you will hear very soon.
I'm Marty, I'm the bass player. You know, I'm not a gunslinger bass player. I just like locking in with the drummer. I like being a rhythm section, and I don't like overplaying. And you know, I just like feeling the groove, and this band's got plenty of that.
If you listen to the last song, Brett had these wonderful riffs. He gave me a handful of riffs, and he said, you know, do what you want with these. And they just fitted. I was able to then take some stuff from the earlier songs and then write the song based on those riffs. I've mixed it all myself, this one. I've mixed some of our other albums as well. But the difference with this one is it's all, definitely all analog, like in terms of how we recorded it. It's all microphones and blah, blah, blah. No click tracks.
I got on the kit early. I was sort of Steve and I sort of jammed out the tunes early on, and then we sort of developed them in the studio. But yeah, I was the first one in line, mate, and yeah, I was able to knock out all the songs in one day. It was a big effort, but yeah, it's a river tune. It's got an old school flavour.
We have left a lot of our mistakes and we haven't been too worried about timing and all that sort of stuff to make it sound a little bit more like we're a band, like we actually are. Because there's too much coming out these days that you can't even tell if it's AI or not.
It's got a good mix of thrash, the death, and then some melodic sort of riffs in there, and it's plenty of grindcore thrash, and then some nice dovetail bass in there, which is it's always fun to play.
So I think from tracks 2 really to 6 probably, they make sense or together. But tracks 1 and 7 are really a prelude, I guess, for what might follow next. So that we've got some buried creature that's trying to resurrect, and it's getting frustrated in its resurrection, and so it rises, dies, and each time it dies it relives a past death, which is the unfolding story.
We wanted to pay homage a little bit to Bolt Thrower and their use of classic art, and we just found this amazing piece of art from a French artist. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I should, but I can't because I haven't looked at it for a while. But he did a lot of postcards from like actual wars from the 1800s, and that's basically what it was, And also we were gifted a piece of art from by Joel from The Pass. That'll be the T-shirt run for the album. A whole bunch of skulls and war elements morphed into almost like a scorpion. It's insane. So that'll be the back cover of the album and the T-shirt run.
Because ultimately this is about, we're trying to tell stories, but stories only resonate when they reflect the reality of everyday life. And so we're trying to bring that real life feelings and challenges to a fantastic story. Yeah.
Look, for me, it's not about pumping out music all the time. It's about doing it well and making it fun, because so much music gets released all the time. You can push through and just do music left, right, and centre if you want. But for us, I think just want to take our time with it, enjoy it, do a few good live shows, and once the music's out, it's out.